Hey everybody, I'm Randy Cothran, Managing Editor of the Spencer Daily Reporter. Thank you for joining us for another edition of 5 Questions With. This week we're talking with Dan Heissel, Clay County Conservation Director. Dan will be talking to us a little bit about the new energy project planned here for Northwest Iowa involving the wind energy conveyor system, I guess, that they're looking at installing. He'll also be talking about recreational activities that folks can get out and enjoy here locally during the summer season. We've got that interview with Dan Heissel right now. Well, Dan, I want to thank you for taking the time today to join us on 5 Questions With. And big day in Spencer yesterday, and by yesterday I mean Thursday, for folks who might not be viewing this on Friday. A group came through associated with the Clear Energy Partners. I understand are putting in 4 transmission lines that are going to run kind of through Northwest Iowa. One of them is going to run through Northwest Iowa for the Rock Island Clear Line that's going to be focused on processing wind energy and moving that. I understand this group is based out of Moline, Illinois. And I understand you've also been kind of part of the process locally here, as far as the local folks are involved, when they brought this to the forefront. Can you kind of talk about how that process started?
Well, they knew they had a need for a transmission line because with all the wind energy going up, we needed to have a way to move that electricity and to be able to sell it to other states and across Iowa. So they came in, they met with my department, the engineers department, zoning, emergency management, supervisors, and we actually sat down and went through maps, and I think it's been a well thought out process by them, and they really wanted to know what areas of the county they needed to, basically stay away from. If there's any sensitive areas, any zoning issues, if there's a problem with the best place across the river. I mean, they had all this laid out. So we went through and basically started whittling down their corridor, as we should say. And yesterday at that meeting, they had that corridor laid out, and that's their proposed corridor. Where that transmission line actually is going to go inside that corridor is going to depend on environmental conditions, roads, all kinds of factors. But at least they've got that footprint down, and I think like I said, it's been a very good process to get to this point, and then I know the next point is to go to the utilities board with the actual layout where they want to put that line.
I understand that an open house on Thursday for folks to come out to the Clay County Regional Events Center, get a look at what they were proposing. What was the feel of the people there? I know you were there for a while. Do you think that the locals were very receptive to what they were presenting there? Did you get a good feeling coming away from it?
I did, and I was actually surprised. We had a good turnout. I didn't expect that many people, so I just got to be up front. I was really surprised, and I didn't know what to expect. A lot of some of this will go across private property. Some of it will be in the right-of-way of the roads. Positive. The people I talked to were positive. They representing different agencies. And just seemed very positive towards the fact that we need the wind energy, but we cannot have any more. They won't put any more up, let's put it that way, until we can get a way to move that power and have the transmission line. So I think we've got 1 in Clay County right now, 1 wind generator, and the rest are kind of up there on our northern border. They're unable to put any more in, nor do they really have any companies that want to come in and put those in, because they're kind of limited on where that power can go. Now, if we get that transmission line like they want to, I think we're going to see a lot more wind energy put in place.
And from the standpoint of your, of course, obvious concerns as the director of the conservation for Clay County, wind energy a good viable option in terms of the ecology and the benefit to kind of preserving the land here in the area?
I think it is. I think it's a nice alternative. It's not going to solve our problems, but it's sure helping them. I mean, I don't know if we can generate enough power for some, you look what it takes for the bigger cities to run, but it's a good alternative, and it helps take the load off of our other types of energy. But I'm just excited that I hope they can get this transmission line through, and we can get more wind generators out there and get us producing the power.
You bet. Now let's talk a little bit more fun stuff that you're into. The flies are attacking. It's summer now when they're coming out in force. Of course, as a director of Clay County Conservation, what are some of the activities available to folks here, not just in Clay County, but people who travel, tourists have made this a destination now with Scharenberg and some of the options out there. What are some of the things folks can get out and do outside the house during the spring and summer months?
How long do we have? No, you know, with the corridor in place, and we've got a great corridor with the surrounding counties, and you know, you talk about Clay County just here with all the arts that we have. You know, I can talk Bougainville Studios, some of the woodcraft that we have, the Parker Museum, you know, the things we've been working on. They can get out and tour that stuff and take a look at that. Out in the county, of course, you mentioned Scharenberg Park. That's one thing. They can come out and they can fish, they can camp, they can picnic. They've got Oneota here where we're at today they can go to. We've got river trails, they can canoe. You can go down to Peterson, look at the history down in Peterson, the museums. I mean, you can spend hours in just one of those museums down there and not see it all. You get right outside our borders, you go to the Waterman Nature Center. You know, there in O'Brien County, just on our eastern border, if you're over doing the paddling trail over there, the Trumpeter Swamp Paddle Trail, you can stop at the Nature Center over there. So, you know, to get outdoors, there's hiking, there's biking, there's river trails, fishing, camping. We've got it all in this area, and it's kind of a northwest Iowa. We're kind of right in between the Great Lakes and Storm Lake, so we're kind of a destination spot, and I think we've got a nice little spot here in Iowa carved out.
Now here's the tough question, you being the outdoorsman that you are and enjoying many of those outdoors recreational sports throughout all the seasons. What's your favorite season for outdoor recreation sports and why?
I'd have to say fall, because number one, I have more time in the fall, because in spring everything's, you know, we're so busy. But with the fall fishing, the colors are turning if I get outdoors, and I can just, the autumn, you know, turn into fall. Good fishing, you know, hunting seasons are coming around. My kids are so busy wanting to get out in the doors and hunt. They keep me going. They keep me fishing, they keep me hunting, because it might be so easy for me just to keep working, but with them there and they want to get out fishing and hunting, which I taught them at a young age, I think that's my favorite time.
Well, Dan, I appreciate you taking the time today to do 5 questions with us, and hopefully we'll be talking again in the near future about something a little less hardcore than wind energy funnel systems, but it's good to know that that's been a well thought through process.
Thank you.